Good morning. It is Monday, the 23rd, I want to say. We are here at Planet Hyundai with our used car spotlight. Normally it is Thomas. My name is Bryn. This week we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more to the information that we're going to be talking about on our used inventory that we are trying to shine a little light on. Just to kind of give you, I'm here just to kind of give you an idea of what that's going to look like. Not much is going to change. We're still going to be looking at these cars, diving in to see what is in the cars themselves. But a big part of it is we want to show you that the cars that we show you, and we tell you what the price is, but we don't actually tell you how much that would potentially cost if you were to finance through us. And we have a tool called Express Storefront. And what that means is it is on our main website, which is planethyundai.com, and it's also on a website called Express Storefront, which is express.planethyundai.com. What that means is all of our inventory that you see on our Planet Hyundai is actually going to be on that website as well. Big difference is you can actually unlock the pricing of the car through cash offer, financing, or if it's a new car, you can actually unlock leasing options. You have full control of what that's going to look like as if you were walking in through our door. So anything that you do online can be saved and picked up right where you were at in store. So monthly payments that we're going to show you today is actually stuff that we pulled from the website with good credit with roughly 10% down. And we'll show you what that looks like as we kind of dive into these cars. But for the first car, it's going to be actually a 2018 Ford Fusion Hybrid SE. It's going to be this car right here, actually. And I'm also going to give you a stock numbers. And what a stock number means is what the unit is generally stocked under. So if you wanted to look this car up online yourself right now, this is what it's going to be. It is going to be 3B0529A. And if you were to search that online, this car will pop up for you. So taking a look at this car, it is 2016, with 20,000 miles, 689. That is actually pretty good, like very lightly driven. It's 2018. That means it's a late year model vehicle. Fairly new. It is clean Carfax. That means no issues have been reported. It has been driven by a couple of people, so that means it's not a one-time owner. It's been driven by at least two individual people who own this vehicle itself. It has priced today at $24,000. So if we're going to take a look at this car, you can see that it is going to be base model. So SE is generally a base model. It is different from model from Ford to Hyundai to Honda. It's all different, but generally this is a base model. So you can't really hear it, but since it's a hybrid, I can barely hear the engine itself. It is very clean. You can kind of hear. We were actually kind of certain it didn't start before we even started recording. But looking at everything looks super basic, very clean color. There's no chips, nothing like that. Since it's been a clean Carfax, rarely is there going to be anything cosmetically issue-wise going to be present. Maybe a couple of dents and scratches here, but one thing I do notice here actually is parking sensors. That you don't really see that on base models themselves, so that's actually pretty interesting to see. We also have our backup camera, which has become more standard with newer models themselves. I think that started closer in 2013. Taking a look in here, looks like it is not a one-level trunk. I think that's due to the fact that there might be an extra battery back here. Very good chance of that. Does not have a spare tire, but has a pump for your tire itself. So if you need to get that, then you can potentially get that pumped up and driven somewhere if you actually really do need to get somewhere. So you're not stranded on the side of the road. Take a look at this. See here. Looks like it's a clean black interior, some extra plugs at the bottom. Nothing fancy about this. Let's take a look at front before we jump into the front. Does look like it has power seats on the passenger side. So generally, if it's on the passenger side, it's definitely going to be on the driver's side as well. So if you want to jump on the other side, we can take a look at what's inside. Okay, so Thomas, if you want to jump on in. Why don't you jump on in real quick? All right, taking a look at this. So like I said, this does have 20,000 miles, rounding it up 21,000 miles on it. Very lightly driven, especially for a hybrid vehicle itself. It does look like does have navigation right there. Your shifter is actually going to be a knob, a little bit different. That's becoming a lot more present in vehicles outside of buttons themselves. But outside of that, let's see what's up top there. Not much, just lighting and stuff like that. All right. So, taking a look at this. Okay, so for this vehicle that is priced at $24,000 as of today, right now, if you were to get this monthly, if you were to finance with us with this car, and if you put 10% down, which is roughly $2,400, on average, that's generally how much someone would put down a down payment on. You can definitely change that in Express Storefront. You have full capability and the power to do so. Whatever you're comfortable with, it will adjust the pricing as you go. We went off a good credit with 10% down, which again is $2,400 per month. That's actually going to be $456 a month. So $456. If that's something in your wheelhouse for a hybrid vehicle that is very lightly driven since 2018, this is probably something you want to consider. So if you want to jump into the next car, it is actually going to be another Ford, 2016 Ford Taurus Scl. So it's going to be mid-range. This one is not a hybrid, so it's going to be gas. Very different. A little bit bigger than the hybrid itself. So it looks like the door's a little bit bigger in comparison. This is stock number-wise is going to be 3B0300A. So if you want to look that up online, you definitely can. It has 95,852 miles, so it has been driven a lot more in comparison to the 2018. Two-year difference, over 70,000 mile difference as well. It just tells you that a hybrid was driven less than this gas vehicle itself. Clean Carfax, driven by at least a couple of other people. No issues reported with it. It does look clean. It's a little dirty right now, but that's just because of the snow that we had. It does look like we have some parking sensors here. Oh, it is actually a hybrid. Interesting. I did not that did not show up online. So this is actually a hybrid. That is very interesting. It does have a backup camera, so this is a hybrid. Both of these are actually hybrids. Good to know. See where I don't see a button. Let me go look real quick. Oh, goodness. There's actually no button to push inside. That is unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Okay. Huge trunk. Huge trunk. In comparison to the Fusion over here, this trunk can literally fit another row of seats back here if it really, really, really wanted to. It has a lot of all-purpose liners, Husky liners. It's not WeatherTech and it's not Ford based, but it is all-purpose. So looking in here, tire down here looks good. Watch your head. All right. Side, clean interior, black and gray, cloth. Very super basic. Again, this is mid-range, so it's not going to have too much in it unless you get to the higher tiers. It does have a little bit of power seating to it, not a whole bunch. So it has like the forward and backward. If you want to hop in. Okay. Taking a look, it does have a little fuel. That just means we have to gas it up. We have 44 miles left on it. Should be fine. We're not going to be driving it a whole bunch. If you want to take a look around that way. So big difference between this vehicle and the other vehicle outside of the year range. This one has a much smaller LCD screen, so this probably will not have navigation unless you see something I don't, Thomas. So it will not have navigation. It looks dated compared to the very first vehicle. Not a big deal, but it still looks a clean car. It still looks good. There's nothing wrong with this car. Excuse me. It is just a little bit older and a little bit more well driven. So if we want to hop back out, we can kind of talk a little bit more about this car and what this would look like price wise. So for this car, the 2016 Ford Taurus, which is a hybrid, be nice to know. You should probably update online, but it is priced, if you were to buy it with cash, it is $18,000. Big difference. Sorry, it's really, really bright. So if you were to finance through us with 10% down, which would be $1,800, that would be $364 a month. Obviously, that doesn't have to be, yes, I have to put at least that down. You can go no down payment. You can have a car to trade in, or you can put more down payment on. That is totally up to you and what you can afford. That is the beauty of having Express Storefront. You do not have to come in to figure out what you can afford. You can do this all at home. And if you like what you see, save it, bring it in, and we can pick it up right with you where you left off in store to really check it out. But that's basically it. I mean, we have two hybrid Ford vehicles on hand. Both of these have been in for less than a month. So 2018 has been here for 11 days. 2016 has been in for 20 days. I can see these cars going pretty fast real soon, actually, because these used vehicles usually turn within like a month or so, maybe a little bit more than a month. But these are clean cars. They look good. They're hybrids, which is great if you're looking for something that's a little bit more eco-friendly. And I would highly recommend checking these out online. If you really, really want to check these out, really considering it, come on in, let someone know. We can definitely pull these up for you. Have a good day.